they're always open to suggestions. I mean, you know, they might not absolutely take it, but they'll listen, and if it works, then yeah, they'll incorporate it in, and they're open to discussion. So you know, that's great. But yeah, I mean, it worked really well because, you know, normally when you're going into you're being a new character that you've never been before, there's this whole backstory that you don't know, and it's like, it's weird because you kind of have to, they don't give you everything, you have to kind of make some stuff up and just figure out how you want to play that character. But on Dark Matter, they didn't know their backstory anyway, so it's not like I was trying to, you know, figure out what this person had been through, because, you know, Five didn't know, so I didn't have to make anything up or try and figure out what her backstory was until she knew what it was.
Yeah.
So it was actually much easier.
Yeah, it's a very collaborative atmosphere, and as Jadelle was saying, we were able to walk that line with our characters at the same time, not knowing and discovering at the same time they were. And for the most part, a lot of us were hired because of our intuition about who these people were. So we could follow that, and they're always receptive to hearing our ideas, but sometimes they'll take a hard line and say no. And even if you take a hard line, you're like, but I seriously feel this way, they're like, no. You know? And
you might say, she wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's comforting to know that our leaders have a very clear vision of who these people are. It's not ambiguous. It's not confusing for them. They know exactly who they are, and they want to make you feel, because you are included in the process, but sometimes they're just like, that's not who this is. That's not the moment I'm trying to create. And
Yeah.
it's good. It's nice to know that there's that leadership.
And the interesting thing is, even coming from as a new character, so Joe, our showrunner, he gave me a very brief backstory. And so I would always say, what about this? But what about, he was like, you don't need to know any of that. So it was very brief, and then we got the first script, and then we'd be filming that, and then we wouldn't get the next script until, what was it, a week before we started filming the next episode. So I didn't know the whole arc of my character. In fact, I had no idea where she was going to go. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
And quite freeing.
It's different for you because your
Yeah.
character didn't have memory loss, so you should know what your character's been through. But that's not how we do it on Dark Matter. We like, you know, surprises.